Well, this is crazy. Found guilty. It's just crazy because for the simple fact that all evidence was pointing towards Kelsey in a way, then did a whole 360, and now he's guilty, and now he's most likely being deported, not gonna be able to see his son all over a female that lied. And just because he's found guilty doesn't mean he did it. Like I disagree with the whole thing. I don't care what nobody say. A person that's not biased and a person that stands on whatever he says. Um, like I seen clips of his father calling out Jay Z and Rock Nation, and people might not understand the correlation, but the correlation is um Jay Z is behind, Meg Thee Stallion, so they trying to make it like the father is saying like, yo, y'all made it like a dirty game to where he was gonna get convicted guilty regardless. But I'm not gonna talk too much. Shout out to Impressive. We're gonna get straight into the video. This how you know it's serious. I got the sweater on. I threw the sweater on. I ain't threw the white beat on. I threw the sweater on.
The verdict came out, and Tory Lanez has officially been found guilty of shooting Megan Thee Stallion. To find out more, stay tuned and watch this video.
Finish up. Finish up.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. Before I start this video, I want to thank Sonic Bonnet for partnering with me and sponsoring this video. The Sonic Bonnet is not
Minute
your
cap. I know the
everyday
damn
bonnet.
bonnet.
It's a luxuriously silky
Yes.
daily self-care. It's night. What? You'll never
Oh
have to
yeah,
worry
yeah,
about
yeah,
yourself
yeah,
to
yeah.
a Sonic.
No offense though.
I honor with me
I'm trying to
and
get straight to the point.
sponsoring this. The verdict is in, and the rapper Tory Lanez was found guilty of shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Now, Tory was facing 3 charges, including assault with a semi-automatic firearm, illegal possession of the gun, and negligent discharge of a firearm. So, Tory can face up to 20-something years in prison, and he will face deportation. Now, this verdict is a huge win for Megan Thee Stallion. It's a huge win for the prosecution team. And I will say, I was a little surprised that he was guilty on all 3 counts. I
Exactly.
suspected that he might be guilty on 1 or 2, but all 3 counts is pretty interesting. I will say that. And the reason why I say that is because there was a lot of reasonable doubt, and the prosecutor's 2 main witnesses were very unreliable, especially Kelsey. If you don't know, Kelsey Nicole Harris was actually there during the night of the shooting. And she did do a private interview with the prosecutors prior to the trial, and she told them one account of what happened to get an immunity deal and to protect herself, because Kelsey knew that there was a high possibility that the finger would point at her, because an independent witness did say that they saw Kelsey shooting first. So Kelsey wanted her protection. So she told the prosecutors one thing, but when she actually got on the stand, she pled the
Switched
fifth,
up.
and she pretty much recanted a lot of things that could indicate that Tory was the shooter. And a lot of people thought that was very weird. And that brought a lot of doubt because she proved to be an unreliable witness. And also, Justin did not show up. If you don't know,
Someone
Justin
missing.
is Megan Thee Stallion's bodyguard, and he was supposed to show up on Megan Thee Stallion's behalf and confirm that Tory came to him and apologized for shooting Megan. He never showed up, so that was also very suspicious. Another thing that was suspicious too is the different accounts of the story. Now, the way the prosecutors presented the story and the way Kelsey and Megan testified, they basically said that Megan and Tory were arguing over music careers. Megan got out of the car and Tory just hopped over to the front and started shooting at her 5 times. There was never a mention of a fight that actually took place. So we later on,
I don't believe the story for the simple fact that, come on, let's be real. Let's be real and stop the, how can I say, like the old, like it's just weird that some females want to hate men so bad. But it's like, think of it unbiasedly. He got out the car, grabbed the gun, dance, bitch, dance, and shot her in the feet. Tell me with all your heart that that sounds believable. Just tell me that sounds believable. Come on, bro. And then she didn't even tell a full side of the story. That's all you told. All you told was that and oh, throw him under the jail. I want him thrown. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You ruined his whole life. Got kids and all. I got a family. I gotta actually provide for, and you did that just for a blow up on your career. Come on, my nigga.
Found out that the argument escalated when Tory dropped the bombshell that he was sleeping with Megan behind Kelsey's back. The independent witness said he saw Kelsey and Megan arguing, and then they started fighting, and then Kelsey started shooting. And then Tory took the gun from Kelsey and he fired shots in the air as well. So that's actually how the gun went off, according to the independent witness, Sean Kelly. And that story greatly differs from the prosecutor's narrative. And also, Tory's DNA wasn't found on the magazine of the gun, and his DNA was inconclusive on the gun because multiple people touched the gun. They did find a female's DNA on the gun, but Kelsey and Megan's fingerprints were not taken by the police that night. So I bring up these factors to say that there were some good reasons why a person would have doubt about who really shot Megan. Now, there's no doubt that Megan was shot because she did have 4 bullet fragments in her feet, and the x-ray showed that. So she absolutely was injured by gunfire. But the question is, who was responsible for her injuries? Was it Kelsey or...
I'm not saying she didn't get shot, but I just know it wasn't by him. Tory don't sound believable.
And I know some people are saying Tory was the one who did it. He did it. But if you do look at the details of the case, it would have you questioning a lot of things. And I don't feel like I got any clarity from this case. I don't feel like I know what really happened that night, for real.
That's a
so
fact.
The whole situation is just crazy, but Megan should be happy because this was a huge win for her. Even though technically this wasn't her trial, this was Tory versus the state, but still it's a win for her. Now I want to get into Tory Lanez's father's reaction because he was very upset about this verdict, and he called out the system, he called out the prosecutors, the LAPD, and he even called out Rock Nation. Y'all, get into this.
I just stood here in this Los Angeles County and witnessed the worst miscarriage of justice that this world has ever seen. You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it. The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Tao and Alex Butt.
They met on Saturday before. They
met with our witness. And then the man came back, and I sat in the hallway while he sat with Jody Little, the prosecutor's investigator, who acted so dumb, an intelligent woman who did not want... Listen, I've seen so much evidence buried in this, and I know exactly what the public out here will say. Don't talk. You will say, I say this because I'm a father. See, I am a father of thousands around the world. I'm a father of my kids, but a spiritual father to many. And I don't make stupid allegations because I got nothing better to do. You all have been bartering and trading the souls of young black and brown men in this country. And I'm calling on all the umbrellas. I'm calling on everybody in this country to begin to rise up because your sons have been done dirty. It's not over. God does not lose.
Never.
And even though we have come to this juncture, trust me, you will see that our God does not fail.
This is not the
I know that this is wickedness. This district attorney, Miss Kathy Tao, is the same one that witnessed or knew that 5 sheriff's deputies in LA County beat up a Spanish man with the last name Carrillo until the guy was beaten to and passed out. ABC News interviewed that man after Eyewitness News. And he said, I thought I would never be here to see my child born. And I would never been able to be around to see my other child rise up. But I'm telling you, this court system is not for justice. It's about wins and losses, and they do dirty to do whatever they can. Jay-Z, let me speak to you.
He has kids.
Rock
Let
Nation,
Yes.
because my son refused to sign a Rock Nation deal with you.
Yes.
That was the whole rumor before this even happened. Like, well, I can't even say before it even happened, but that was a little bit of a stir up before it started happening. And when it first happened, that it was because he didn't want to sign again, and that he had threatened to expose the label, and they had gave him back his masters. So basically, what it's being painted as is they try to kill two birds with one stone, basically.
And Desiree Perez, you wicked witch, you snitch.
Yes.
You turned on your co-conspirators, all the whole mafia, one of you that was peddling drugs in this country, and you ruled on them before so the Fed could give you a deal.
Now you think it's
All
a
of you, trust me, I have intercessors, prayer warriors around the world, and they will not stop until you are cut off.
Yes.
No, we don't shoot you with guns, but we know exactly how to bring you down in the spirit.
Hoo-wee! That was a fiery, explosive speech right there. That was very, very, very intense. But I will end this video off by saying this. It's very important for people to be mindful of who they surround themselves with.
It's a fact.
It's important for people to be mindful of who they call their friends. It's also extremely important for people to be careful of who they mess around with sexually, because I think this situation would have never happened if Megan and Tory did not get together. It would have never happened if Megan didn't pursue Tory behind her friend's back. It wouldn't have happened if Tory didn't get himself in this situation by messing with two best friends. Tory's lack of self-control put him in the situation that he's in today. And I'm sure none of them would have ever expected that a night of drinking and fun would have turned to such a traumatic event. But that's what happens when people act wild and drink too much and do crazy things and surround themselves with the wrong group of people. When a person surrounds themselves with the wrong group of people, all type of chaos can happen. So I want people to learn from this case, and even the Shanquella Robinson
Rest in
case.
peace, too.
People have to learn how to choose their
Watch your
friends
circle before they hurt you.
wisely. They have to watch the company they keep, and they have to guard their energy. Don't just let anybody in. Don't just let anybody have a piece of you. Not everybody should have the privilege to have access to you. And another thing, if you sense something that's off about somebody that you may consider your friend or your partner or your lover, don't ignore those signs. Those red flags are there for a reason. Protect yourself and surround yourself with people you can trust, for real, for real. Anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please.
Man, I still think she capped, and I'm really not being biased. It's not because it's Tory Lanez. It's not because he's a man and I'm trying to be on his side to stick together with the men. It's just the simple fact that her story don't sound right. And I know her, she's going to go the clout chasing route and try to push it as that he still really shot her, and then she's gonna try to put out mad music to blow up her career and then still get mad awards and have people at her feet making it seem like she needs to be patted up. And get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, I don't care. He didn't do it. Free Tory Lanez. That's all I gotta say. With that being said, let me know what y'all feel in the comment section. I appreciate all the love and support. Make sure you enjoy y'all holidays. Love is love. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video.